Welcome to Common Possession. This program is designed to address environmental, legal, and health issues. This week we'll be focusing on the environment and what you can do to have a positive impact.
Hi, I'm Professor Rick Duque, and coming up, I'm going to show you how you can solve 3 global problems just by buying coffee.
Yeah, aluminum foil is recyclable.
Reduce a little and use a bag.
Up first, Rick Duque will take us through one of the favorite parts of his day, drinking coffee.
Hi, I'm Professor Rick Duque. I'm here at the Fair Trade Cafe, and I'm here to highlight 2 issues that might be of interest to you. One is environmental sustainability, and the other one is diversity, or making sure that everyone who works to bring the products you like most is getting paid a fair price. So a lot of times it's very confusing to understand how our personal behaviors can actually affect our larger environment or affect the people that are working hard to bring the products we use on an everyday basis. So I want to highlight these 2 issues and how the behaviors you do every day can actually make a difference. And that's why I'm here at the Fair Trade Cafe, because this cafe actually sort of addresses both those issues at the same time. First, by buying fair trade coffee as opposed to coffee that's made in potentially unfair ways, you're ensuring that the people that are putting together this product are picking the beans in the field, are being paid a fair and livable wage. So that's the diversity part of it. The second part of it is if you come to fair trade, you can actually bring your own mug and actually save the barista the effort and time and also the material of giving you a styrofoam or even a paper cup, which may not be reused, has to be thrown away, and it puts more pressure on our environment. So by coming to the Fair Trade Cafe, you get to solve 3 problems. 1, you get to ensure your behaviors are consistent with environmental sustainability. 2, you get to ensure that the people that are bringing you the products you enjoy the most are getting paid a fair wage. And 3, you get to save money. Because here at the Fair Trade Cafe, if you bring your own container, it only costs $1 for a cup of coffee, and that's pretty cool. Hey,
Hi there.
have some coffee, please?
Yep. Would you like light roast or dark roast?
Oh, I'll take dark roast, please. Thank you. It's $1. $1.
Anything else for you?
No, that'd be fine. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.
So here I am at the condiments area. I like to take cream and sugar in my coffee, and I have some choices to make. Now I see they don't have any little plastic things with creamer, so they only have the container, which is probably more environmental anyways, because they can keep using this all they want and just keep putting the creamer in there. So I'm gonna put a little cream in there, right? And I also like sugar, and I got some choices here. I can do the packet, but the packet, that's a little piece of paper, and I'm probably gonna throw it away. It may not be recycled. So I see also they have the reusable or the container of sugar in the plastic or the glass here, and this is probably more sustainable, I think, because they just keep filling this with sugar, and you don't have to throw away things. All right. Now I have a choice also. How am I going to stir it? Now I could stir it with a little plastic stir stick here, but this is probably going to go in the trash, and it's probably not going to be reused. And so the other thing I do instead, I will just swirl it around. Just close the top and swirl it around, and that usually gets it nice sugary for me enough of this. Let me try it. I'm gonna see how it tastes. Yeah, that's how I like it. So it's pretty good. All right. Enjoy your coffee. So if you want to solve 3 global problems, like for example, making sure that stuff like this doesn't get into the environment, styrofoam cup, plastic lid, this stir stick, and these little sugar packets that we won't reuse, all you have to do is come to the Fair Trade Cafe and bring your own cup or mug, and they'll fill you up for $1. So you even get a chance to save money. So save the world, drink some coffee.
We visited the Tri-County Solid Waste Management Facility and spoke with Doug Leon, the plant supervisor and coordinator. Doug shared with us what the facility offers to the community, as well as some basic recycling tips.
Well, we recycle things that aren't considered traditional recyclables, hazardous waste, paints, solvents, insecticides, pesticides, things like that. Garbage haulers don't want to haul them around. Most of the time, if you're not being used, they're unsafe to store at home. So we take those things that would be passed over by traditional recycling markets. Yeah, you were asking if there's some things should you never throw away. And those things are many of the items we take here: paints, solvents, insecticides, poisons, sometimes mercury from a switch. We get a lot of those. Fluorescent tubes you shouldn't throw in the garbage. Those kinds of things just aren't treated either at a landfill or at a waste-to-energy facility. So that's part of our function here, is to get that out of the waste stream. You know, there really isn't. There's those recycling symbols on the sides of different things, cans, bottles, pads of paper. But it's become such a marketing thing. Everybody wants to be green, that those symbols have kind of become meaningless. So it's best to check with your local garbage hauler on whether something can be recycled or not. Or you can call our office anytime you want. The compact fluorescent bulbs, or the curly ones, or even the long straight ones, any fluorescent bulbs, don't throw those in the garbage. They have mercury vapor in them. So don't break the bulb. There's a small amount of mercury, but there's a couple of companies in the state that recycle that mercury and use it again. And it just continues to accumulate in the environment. So you can get rid of those. We'll be taking them here starting in February. Also, most hardware stores will recycle those for you. Yeah, alkaline batteries, and it'll say right on it, alkaline. Those are the kinds like normal flashlight batteries, smaller batteries for different handheld electronics. Those can be thrown away. If they're rechargeable, or if they say lithium, or they have the hazardous symbol on them, then you want to take those to Batteries Plus. There's also some battery drop-off areas in Sherburne County if you happen to live down there.
Talking about positive change and actually participating are great steps towards building a better tomorrow. Many individuals have already incorporated these tactics into their daily lives. We spoke with Molly Christensen to see how she has made simple changes to help our environment.
Growing up, I didn't use a lot of plastic bags, and so my mom kind of brought that on to me. I try to reduce as much as possible. That's the first step of reduce, reuse, recycle, is reducing what your impact on the environment actually is. And so whenever I go to the grocery store, any kind of store, first of all, I try to limit the amount of packaging I buy and use as many plastic bags as I don't have to. Me and my roommates try to keep reusable bags by the door so we can remember as much as we can to bring them with us to the store. And going into the grocery store, I buy a lot of produce, and there's lots of plastic bags in the produce section. And so I try to limit those by just, I come to realize you don't really need plastic bags to put your fruits and vegetables in. You can just put them in your cart and try to be careful with them, and you're gonna wash them anyway, so I just figure, why use a bag? Not only do I use reusable bags at the grocery store, when I'm out shopping, buying clothes, school supplies, whatever, I also bring along a bag, and so I assume I'm saving about 5 to 10 bags a week. I guess another benefit to using these bags is the durability benefit. Never am I coming in the house and the bag's half ripping and I can't hold it anymore. They stay together pretty well. Here's one of my favorite recycling bags, and you can pretty much pick them up at any checkout, any store. They're from 99 cents to $2, not very expensive. Well, I hope you learned a few benefits of using the bags, and I hope maybe I convince you to use them too.
Thanks for watching the first installment of Common Possession. We hope that you can incorporate some of these simple changes into your daily life to help create a positive change.